Hello out there, everyone, music lovers. Welcome back to the Prog Hat channel. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, and I hope everyone had a great weekend. The purpose of this video today, I took off, and one of the things I wanted to do was to gather some things that I didn't mind parting with to go and do a trade. One of my trade for was for this recently released 10cc 20 years CD box set from 1972 all the way up to 1992. I went ahead and opened it. Okay, I haven't got a chance to really listen to it. There's been some folks who have shown it, and I'll show some of it, but I won't probably go through everything about it. I just want to say that it is a 14 CD box set with bonus tracks. Yes. And as far as I can remember, my music journey began with 10cc back when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. And I used to hear two of their biggest hits on the radio. And of course, one of them, we all know that song, I'm Not in Love. And The Things We Do for Love. And there might have been some other ones, but those are the two that really come to the forefront of what I listen to. I love those songs. Those are great songs. Uh, some of the best songs recorded in rock music. Now, they are or were a great band, but I've been hearing and reading that they're planning to tour in 2024, 2025. Hopefully I'll get to see this band, but lately here I haven't got to see a lot of bands because it's just been so expensive. And that's one of my tips that I wanted to say, that if you are going to go trade, kind of be prepared, because the way everything is and the way record store is and the way, to not come back with a lot in your trade. I notice things are getting expensive, reissues, uh, especially these double LPs, these things that we want because we want to hear some bonus stuff on vinyl. They're getting for me, they're getting very pricey. And I'm not going to give up stuff that folks have sent me. I'm not going to give up stuff that I really love and want to keep in my collection. But then I went through my collection and I came up with some stuff to get this 10cc box set. Let me go ahead and show it here real quick. And yeah, this is a really, really nice box set. Probably will be the last time I trade for a box set for a while. Just because I don't want to go later on and go, why did I give that up? And you want it back. I don't want to do that. Especially for stuff that that is hard to get back. That's the bottom line. Now, there's a couple of the discs, and I think that's really, really cool. I think, no, 3 disc, where it's like some bonus stuff. There's this disc right here, and these two right here uh, are the one with some bonus tracks on here. Oh, yes. I was hoping that. And the reason I'm going, oh, yes, is because I have a single of 10cc, and I forget what the A side is, but I love the B side, and it's the song called Channel Swimmer. I love that song. I love this band so much, and they're so good with their and wit on almost every song. These guys are geniuses, in my opinion. They're a British rock band that formed in 1972. I love the guitar player Eric Stewart. Why is his name not on one of those great guitar player lists? Is it always the ones that have to be speedsters or whatever? I mean, Eric Stewart has played on all these 10cc albums. I love his tone. I love his lead guitar playing. He's excellent. Now, I didn't know this, but I was doing some research. But Eric Stewart was also involved with this band. Now I'm curious because now I see their records from time to time. Sad Cafe. I know the band. So now I want to pick up some of their records. Sometimes I've seen those Sad Cafe albums, they're like 15 bucks each. But he also, I do know for this, that during the 80s, he was part of collaborating with Paul McCartney, and I like that. I love the album Give My Regards to Broad Street, and I love the movie. Others, oh well. I'm a McCartney fan. That's a very good movie, and I love that Eric Stewart plays guitar on that album. I love that album. Now, I know you can get a CD of it, and it does come with a couple of bonus tracks with it. Okay, so the set does come, and like I said, folks, I'm not going to show every one of these. I want to kind of keep my video under 10 minutes. But you get this really nice, I forget how many pages, booklet, done in very, very nice style, giving you the what's on each CD, and there's this nice little write-up. I mean, this is part of the write-up. It's not all the write-up, but I was just trying to see if there were some pictures of the band. Not really, but I do like that a lot of their album covers. This is really neat. I love the album How Dare You. It's so good. That the album artwork was done by Hypnosis. Now I just thought of something. The first album I heard all the way through was the one they called the original soundtrack. And I didn't understand that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I thought it was a movie called that. I did it, and apparently the joke's on me, right? It's an album. It's a very good album. Off the top of my head, my favorite 3 albums by 10cc, and I love them all. But I will admit that I'll show the 2 that this will be my first time ever listening to them. I never owned them, and I never heard them to now whenever I get that chance. My favorite 3 albums by them is Sheet Music, Deceptive Bins, and Bloody Taurus. Now, a long time ago, when I was in my teens, I remember buying Deceptive Bins, one of those cutoffs, and I love that album. There's a very good guitar thing that Eric Stewart does on there. Let me see here. I bought a flat guitar tutor. That might be it. I don't remember, but I know there's an instrumental that's really, really good. Feel the Benefit is a great song. Here's Deceptive Bins. I love that cover, iconic. I remember seeing that all over record stores that I would go to when I lived in Houston, Texas. So I'm thinking that might have been the year when this came out. I don't know. But there's that one. Now, the 2 albums that I'm not familiar with that I'm looking forward to listening to, and I don't know if this is really the album, but this is Are You Normal? 10cc, Look Here. I think that's really the title. I'm not familiar with this album, but I know that story about how they made that album cover, Hypnosis team, and I'm not familiar with this album, which I really can't see the name of it. It's just 10 out of 10, but it's 10 out of 10. I think that's the title of it. I'm not familiar with this album. Never owned these or listened to these, but I'm going to hear pretty soon. Now, I did have my collection early on when I worked in a grocery store, and in the grocery store they used to have this little display thing where they sold cassettes for $1, brand new ones, and I remember going through them after work, and I found some 10cc stuff in there, like a live album and other 10cc type compilation types. A lot of the stuff was like from other countries. April Wine. I mean, I would spend hours. I think I spent $20 on a bunch of cassettes that day. Now, I am familiar with this album, though. This one, I remember hearing on AFM radio the live version of that song on here called Ships Don't Disappear in the Night, Do They? I remember hearing that on the radio. That is another track I like this. I do like this live album, though. This is a good live album by 10cc. Alright, what else I want to show? One of my favorites. And here's that album The first time I ever heard all the way through. I didn't own it. It was some friend of mine, and I like the artwork on there. I know somebody said something about uh, the cover during that documentary about hypnosis. But anyway, that's the inside of that one. I like that they did that. They made them gatefold. Not all of them, but here's sheet music. I have an OG of this one, and I plan on keeping that. But I love this record from beginning to end. And I'm still going to keep my 10cc vinyl. How Dare You? I love this. This is just kind of funny to me. You know, I don't know, kind of creepy guy. But yeah, I love the inside of this. Kind of reminds me of the back cover of Jethro Tull, War Child. There's How Dare You. This one is I've heard this one too. 10cc, the self-titled. This one has a lot of songs. Some of them kind of remind me a little bit of some doo-wop in it. Like there's Donna, the Dean and I. That's a good song. Speed Kills, the hospital song. Oh yeah, and here's the Ships Don't Disappear in the Night, Do They? I like that. I like that title for a song. Here's Bloody Taurus, which is another great record. I love that. I think I have an import of this album. Oh, well, I went that far, and let me just show this other disc. I'm not sure what this disc is, but it says Food for Thought. But this is another disc. Like I said, I haven't delved or dived into this yet on some of this extra stuff you get with this. But this is going to keep me pretty busy for a little while. And on that note, 10cc Plus, I went looking through their metal selection. No, their what do you call it? The new arrival sections for CD. And one of my favorite metal bands. I do like metal. I'm not like a metal aficionado or a theologian, but I do like some metal bands. Maybe not as much as others enjoy metal. And I found a used copy, and it comes with bonus track. This is Sepultura, Schizophrenia. This was the first album that I listened to when my brother-in-law let me borrow this CD years ago. And I found this. It was like $4.99 plus tax, and it comes with bonus tracks. I love this band, Sepultura. And as far as I know, they're still going. All right, folks, I went over my 10 minutes. Here's some recent additions. Their CDs. I am glad to have finally got the 10cc box set. It, I don't know what to say, but I know it's going to be good. I've read a bunch of good stuff about it, heard a bunch of good stuff about it. But anyway, if you like my video or any of my videos or what I do on this channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit that like, and if you want notifications, turn on the bell. But thanks for being here and stopping by, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.